Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another review commentary. This is episode 75, which is for one of my favorite albums, the climax to the Weeknd discography reviews. This is my review for Beauty Behind the Madness, which we are starting in, I'm just going to get it started because it's a longer video, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the final installment
So right
in the
away,
Weeknd reviews.
I wanted to have
into this huge video
the
that
best Beauty Behind this Madness video online. That was like my claim here.
Whose discography should
and
we look at
I did
next?
this,
Now that
well,
we've
right away you
completed
can
the
see
Weeknd
that
reviews,
I
whose
changed the
discography
background
should
and
we
used
take a closer look at
something I normally wouldn't do.
Album to album to album. Very
saying,
much like
by
we
the way,
did
how
with
long your video took to make
Also,
at the
before we
start
begin,
of
I
your
just
video
wanna
is
give
an
a big
incredibly
thank you
douchey thing to
for
do.
you guys and for
It's one of those things like,
watching.
why do you complain about this type of
It's
shit?
easy
Like
to
Game
kind of
Theory does that a
focus on
lot, where they
negative
just kind of
aspects of
sneak
YouTube
in
and just, like,
how
certain
hard it
things.
is to make their videos.
But
And I get that, but at the same time, I'm also like,
on a positive note
if you have a problem with that, then why are you doing your videos in that
have.
style?
And I also want to give a big shout out to Keith Legion from Dakota, who went from being featured on these Weeknd reviews to actually becoming a part of them. I am very thankful for that. And anyway, guys, I just want to thank you for watching. I get to, say thanks on subscriber videos and updates, but I wanted to say thanks here on a bigger video like this. Anyway, guys, with that being said, it's time for
So I didn't know, like, what the viewership with this would look like. Ooh, look at this personal intro I made just for it. Which, if I could have the intros, they would all look like that. If I could do the intros for everything.
To Soul Show. My name is Soul, and after reviewing
this video didn't come out
3 mixtapes,
perfect the way I wanted it to, but for the most part, I am proud of this. This is one of my favorite reviews.
We have reached Beauty Behind
if you just throw enough energy and enough ideas and enough
Weeknd
stuff into a video, it will turn out good. I do believe that.
Going mainstream. He tried it all again.
But
only this time before
I think your best videos almost happen by accident. It's when all your
for this artist.
parts kind of come together.
This wasn't just 10 tracks and that's it. Also,
for instance, I don't even know, I didn't use shadow backgrounds.
Show up other than Drake, who is
some
the
parts
only
I'm over editing
up to this point who had ever been featured on a Weeknd
I do like the instrumentals that I have in the background. I finally found the key
let's Google this real
to the
quick.
problem.
Oh, okay. We got some beef there. Okay. So I
Talked
don't
about
think we're
that
gonna get a Drake
beef
feature
with the Drake, which has since been settled actually.
Anyway, also before this album
Drake
dropped,
actually
Weeknd
gave him
released
a
couple of
shout out in
singles,
a song.
Clearly showed that he
where he
going
was
for a
like,
much
you know,
more
kind of just like,
pop-driven album this
my
time
fucking
around.
boy here.
Of course, his R&B singing and just
And my fucking
high-pitched
shit
voice,
is
that
getting
was
just
like this
blurrier
huge
by the
far
second.
stretch from the pop world. But at the same time,
I was looking
he
at some
always had
the
his
older ones and I saw that they were kind of blurry. I don't know if that's because I'm a little bit out of focus.
But he's officially gone pop.
I don't know.
And no, nobody kills himself this
It looks
time
like
around.
it could just be.
There's no gangbanging on a single chick this time around. None
Anyway,
of that. We don't get that dark. And some would say the Weeknd sold out on Beauty Behind the Madness and yada yada yada. Can't feel my face. Yada yada yada. These are what the YouTube comments tell me anyway. But the thing is, when I hear this argument that so-and-so sold out and I liked them before they blew up, when I hear this, the only reason
I make
would
fun of people who
care
say that all the
if
time.
The artist grew to this bigger stage is if they compromised their character, who they were, what kind of stuff they were.
It's weird because at the time when I made this, Starboy hadn't released yet, and
like made a new sound.
I like Starboy now. It's a lot more like I like it
like he did on Kiss
more
Man,
than
so
I do Beauty Behind the Madness. I would still give Beauty Behind the Madness like a 9 out of 10.
And yes,
I don't come back to it as much as I thought I would though. Mostly just because Starboy kind of replaced it. Starboy is a much more character-driven piece. Peace. And there's a lot more.
Rock that fire. And we'll get to sound and whether the Weeknd
That was a clip of me kind of discovering the Weeknd.
But right now I just want to stick to character, and I want to say the Weeknd does not give up a single ounce of his character for this album. In fact, his character and the storytelling is amplified. Whereas with
if I didn't do
I really
those
felt all his character
reactions, those Billboard reactions, I don't even know if I would have
through this never-ending part.
Like I would have found Weeknd obviously, but I don't know if I would have cared enough
and it was just
to,
very sad.
you know, make all those
at this
videos
point in
about
time,
him.
The Weeknd is a three-dimensional character, complete with a backstory, more complex emotions than, you know, just being sad. And honestly,
Arguable,
a lot of times
though.
when these artists do blow up, they gotta change their character to, you know, pander to a wider
I don't know why
audience
the Weeknd
that
has
will
to
make
die in
everyone
all of
happy.
his
But
own
no,
music
I don't
videos.
believe the Weeknd did that. His character is the
Like
same
there he
old
is
Weeknd,
burying his own grave.
and if anything, he has more going on for himself. He, without any fucks given, throws out lines about
You know, dies
coke,
in this one,
drugs, and
dies in
considering
Starboy.
Can't Feel My Face is a drug anthem, and his other singles that were,
And it
you
got
know,
a
so
Kids'
radio
Choice
friendly,
Award.
they were dropping lines such as
That pussy rain.
and
Bitch before I saw you.
And so no, I don't think the Weeknd was pandering that much for the radio. And one thing I want to say real quick, lines like "Make That Pussy Rain" and the hook for "Acquainted," these lines are corny as hell. But unless you're Prince singing like "Pussy Control,"
this
oh my God,
only
I wrote that before he died. You're not gonna get away
R.I.P.
with these kind of lines. The Weeknd has a certain style and a certain
God, that kind of hit me in the
and he makes
heart.
this
Oh, I
really
forgot I
corny
wrote
stuff
that.
actually seem
Good. But yeah, in Starboy, that kind of sentiment only increased where there was a lot of cheesy ass fucking lines. I think Detta and Hip Hop, I remember their video on Starboy even kind of addressed this.
Oh, how can you like a guy like The Weeknd? How can you enjoy
There's
his music?
cheesy ass fucking lines, but the way people say things.
In the words
You know,
of
it's
Tyler,
easy
the
to sing
Creator,
along. Like, it's when you sing a...
But in Beauty
It's
Behind the
fucking
Madness,
fiction.
he's
I need to
leaking
use that for
in
everything.
A lot more of his real
It's
life
fucking
into
fiction.
This album. For instance, on Tell Your Friends, The Weeknd has just a beautiful line
But,
saying...
and
And just so we're clear, this is the same guy who for a while nobody knew what he
You get what I was
even
trying to
looked
say a
like.
minute
He went
ago.
to an
I don't need to
interview
keep
or
going.
anything like that. And now on this album, here he is out in the spotlight being super self-aware. And in the same track, he says...
My cousin said I made it big and it's unusual. She tried to take a selfie at my grandma's funeral.
Wait, this character goes to funerals? And he has cousins? And grandmothers like normal people? I thought at the very most he'd be related to some kind of palm tree. At the very most. And that's as far as his character
my
goes
one
in
hair
this
joke.
album. I very much enjoy his character.
I thought it
But
went
what about
pretty
the
good.
sound? How has that changed? Well, Can't Feel My Face is a straight up pop song, and well, The Weeknd can handle a pop song. The instrumental, the hook.
I
that
didn't come up
section
with
of
it,
the
by the
track
way.
where
At least 100
the
other
groove
people have
just
compared
gets
his
all
hair to
atmospheric
palm
and it slows
trees.
down, and his voice has all this space. That's a trend you'll see a lot in this
I do
album.
miss,
but I very
this
much
haircut
liked all of that. I love it all.
that he had.
Okay,
I
who
feel
is
like-
that guy? He looks like the reincarnation of Satan. Oh, okay, so that's Satan. Him throwing the lighter is supposed to be him giving the Weeknd popularity, hence signaling the burst in the crowd. Okay. Okay.
So
Oh, and this
soul.
music video is to his popularity-driven, soul-selling song. Oh, that's clever. That's clever. Well, if that's all it takes, then hello, Satan. And with that, guys, I'd like to segue into an announcement that every review from now on will feature 666% more Illuminatic satanic imagery and symbolism. And oh, okay, he just shot him. He's dead. Well, fuck. Well, in that case, later, Satan. Feel free to DM me in hell. if you ever want to collab. Anyway, with the next single, The Hills.
See, that
as
part
of the time
was
I'm
written
writing
well
this,
in the script.
single
Didn't
is
really
still
translate that
on
well
the
with the
Billboard Top 50 a
video.
year after it's been released.
All
it was also
my,
one of the few
best
tracks that pushed an artist from
jokes that I come up with
debunking
don't
his number one
translate.
song. So Can't Feel My Face,
'Cause I'm a
which was number one at the
comedian.
time, went number 2 because The Hills overpassed it. So The Weeknd can stand beside the
someone tried to
Beatles
fight
as
me
one
about
of
it in a
few artists
comment
who
one
had
time. They were
the
like,
top
actually,
2
The
slots
Hills is
on the
the most
chart. And I
popular
don't know what
song.
else to say about this track other than I think it might be my favorite track by The Weeknd. And I've heard just about
Like
all
that
the
really
criticism
fucking
for
batters.
this track. For instance, I've heard that this track is boring. Boring. Okay, entitled to your opinions, but a note worth mentioning. A track like Can't Feel My Face, that could have been given to a number of artists,
you know, he tries to
who could have
purposely
pulled it off. But
find
tracks
things to
like
make fun of these
Often,
songs,
The
but
Hills, I don't think many artists could
I
have
think I've
given
heard
them
that before.
justice. But The Weeknd does.
Somewhere
and
else?
in The Hills, during the verses, The
I don't know
Weeknd's
how
voice,
people
it's
could call
like
a song with
drunken,
those
deprived slur
booming,
of just bitter emotions.
that booming
But
hook
it's a style
with the
he's never
fucking
done
bass
before.
just
There
blaring.
isn't a super coherent
Like, how
story
could you
to
call
this
that
track,
boring?
but what I like to see in my head is basically The Weeknd.
I can't
is
put these
out
on
a
with my
late night
headphones
booty call
in the
for
way.
a girl he
Hold
hasn't
on.
even met yet, and it's really just falling on its face and hitting a wall
There.
before it even takes off. And personally, I always thought of The Weeknd's character as a villain, albeit one who likes to be really sad sometimes and really likes to show he has the best intentions, but still a villain. And maybe that's just why I enjoyed him, like, callously throwing an attitude and giving the best line in the album, which is, and even though The Weeknd doesn't actually learn from the situation, I think the point of his character
maybe in
is he doesn't
context
ever
to the
learn.
song, but out of
I do
context to the
feel
song,
his
it's
character
just kind of another
finally
line.
not getting what he wanted and feeling a new kind of heartbreak, one he's only given, never received until now.
Looking
I
too
really
into
felt
a
like that was
man.
his character coming full circle. Of course, that's me grabbing at straws, but fuck it, my
There you
review. Subjectivity. Anyway, just gonna speed run some tracks. We have In the Night. I love the shit out of this track. From just the fact that I can't ever not hear the words Michael Jackson in the back of my mind whenever it plays, all the way to its huge, grand hook. He could have been saying anything during this hook, and I would have been like, dude, yeah. Just, yeah. I love In the Night. Then we have Earned It. And, I know my buddy Keith Legion hates this track. And I remember hearing clips of the song.
I remember the specific
terrible
moment
hook,
I actually
that
started to like
voice,
this
that really
song.
nasally, whiny pitch that The Weeknd sometimes had. He had it in this song. That absurd music video. The fact that it's on the 50 Shades of Grey
Everything
soundtrack,
about this
I was
track
ready to
wanted me to hate it.
into this track for my review. And, well, upon further listens, I don't think I hate this track.
Isn't 50 Shades of
I
Grey
think
over
it's
now? Have
okay.
they already
It's
produced
not
like
pretty
3
good.
fucking movies in
I'm
the
sorry,
span of
Keith.
like...
But if we are talking
3
least favorite
years?
tracks, I'm gonna have to say mine is As
God.
You Are, which was just kind of boring and didn't have a lot going on for it. I think it was just kind of filler, a dud, if you will, especially alongside so much other more interesting tracks. Tracks such as Shameless, an acoustic style song. Oh my god, that guitar solo. And not acoustic like a white guy on an acoustic guitar trying to seduce you kind of acoustic, more like a acoustic kind of black guy telling you he's going to basically fuck you. Yeah, and I heard it, like the rest of this album, is great for love
That was a
making.
meme between me and Keith.
Of course, nobody loves me, so I naturally jacked off to it. What? But yeah, it's a great song. And then we have Acquainted. I thought Acquainted was really just an average song at first. Pretty much
I don't know
every
why I
review
made that
watched this
joke other
album
than I was
listed
struggling to
Acquainted
come up
as
with
their
one.
least favorite track.
I did have
Originally
sex to it
packaged
though.
as Girls Born in the 90s.
Mostly just because I put this
track
album
had
on one
lyrics
time
like,
with my ex-girlfriend. It wasn't because I was trying to put on music.
Okay,
I
this
just
is a girl from the
needed
rest
sound
of the
because of
album.
the thin walls in that house, which I've explained before.
That's not super new. He does have like some.
I was like, oh, this is
some
I was going for that
towards some
pop
of these
appeal,
women.
you know,
So
so the people downstairs
okay, we have
would
a legitimate
think
love song. Okay,
that we're
he even
having
assured
sex.
us. He had a line. You probably think I'm lying, so just putting it out there. He pretty much
This
said,
is another
I'm
looking
not
too
lying,
into it part.
I assure you. So he couldn't have been full of shit, right? He's not full of shit, right? Nope.
There were some like revelations I felt like I discovered within his
outro of the
music
song
and in
hit,
his songs that I
like,
tried to
okay,
explain.
I think he was
Did
full
an
of shit
alright
the entire
job of it.
time. And then I really thought about it. Acquainted. That's like being friend zoned, but like extra friend zoned. So that whole time I thought it was a love song, but the Weeknd was playing with my false emotions like the basic white bitch I am. God damn you. And just so we're clear, this guy, and I'm talking about Abel Tesfaye, not the Weeknd here, he basically can, you know, come out and say, hey,
People don't know what I'm talking about there.
Like
I'm talking about the kayfabe
You're nothing.
Weekend and the
You're
IRL
nothing.
Weekend.
And yet women still want to be with him. All the more power to you, buddy. Make better choices. And then we have Often. I'm not gonna lie, I've listened to this track a lot. If the Weeknd were to go pop, this is the kind of song I want. It's a straight up banger, complete
That's
with
good
the
that that's what you want, because that's pretty much what happened to Starboy.
And the instrumental is going on so fast, and his voice of just Often is getting replayed so much. You really get the sense that this is happening over and over again throughout the course of the song. I can't say how much I like this track, but I don't have any other words for it other than damn. And lastly, we have Angel. Basically, this was to close out the album, and he is
I've come back to this song more than I thought I would.
Pulled through all this shit. He's letting her go.
There's like nothing special about Angel. It's very much your
it's an okay way
closing
to
the
end
album anthem.
But we have a choir of children singing. I don't really see that as something the Weeknd should be doing. Children should not be associated with him in any shape or form, unless, you know, he's got some baby mamas. But anyway, I thought Angel was a good track. It was a good way to close the album.
It is just a lovely song.
Although it, like Acquainted, may have
I believe this is fan art, by the way. Someone made
by the time
like single artwork for every
thoughts,
track.
Guys, I thought this was the Weeknd's really crowning achievement. I don't know if he can do much better than this.
But he
I
does.
have faith in him, but at the same time, as much as I love something like Echoes of Silence, I don't think we're gonna get something like that again.
I don't know why I was so prepared for the next album to fail.
I don't know if it'll be as good as this. I hope it is. I really do. But guys,
I'm still waiting for that next album because Starboy dropped.
I would love to hear your ideas, your thoughts about this project,
like the end of 2016,
whatever I should review next. And again, thank you guys
like
so much
2
for
years
watching.
ago. He put out that EP, but like
we're finally done.
He's cooking up some butter.
We have no more projects to review. Finally.
Yeah, no.
Wait, what about that Noise EP?
What's that? Oh, no, 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 no. You can't make me do this. I'm not reviewing anything more. Okay, guys, I'm leaving this up to you. DM me, comments, whatever you gotta do. If you want me to review it, I will. If not, I can.
I didn't get any DMs or comments.
So with that
but I did review it anyway.
On to the score.
On the well, this channel.
And with that being said,
if you
guys,
want to look it
I
up,
give
the Noise EP, just
Beauty
search
Behind
it.
the Madness a 9 out of 10. The Soul Badge of Approval. And the Hall of Fame badge. As always, guys, stick around for the credits where I'll have links to other cool videos and reviews. Thank you for watching. Please, if you want, you can help me out by checking out my Patreon, my Twitter, all of that good stuff.
I know it took me
guys,
hours and hours to make this video,
so
but I'm
much
like,
for watching.
I know I saw like a
guys,
bunch of videos in there,
leave you.
but like I feel like I could have done this video in good time if I did not. It took me a lot longer to make videos back then.
I used to cut class to smoke, but now I smoke any rapper and slice at them with a cutlass. And let me bust back and teach a reasonable lesson on the best ways to cope with seasonal depression. See, my breezy recollections came from reaching effervescence and remembering my vices to repeat them level-headed. Think I need the devil's lettuce.
Anyway, that was my review for Beauty Behind the Madness. It is one of my favorite videos. I do feel like out of all the reviews of that album, I've seen that as the best one, but that's kind of how it is for every album. Not that I have the best one, but like that they're all very simplistic and there's not a lot of great reviews for any product. But yeah, anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video.